So everybody wants to make money on Amazon, right? But do they care about the fees? Do they know about the fees in the first place? In today's conversation, I want to talk about selling on Amazon. How much does it really cost? And how to reduce your seller fees. Don't go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to talk to you about selling on Amazon, how much does it really cost, and how to reduce your seller fees. First of all, the overview. Amazon collects a variety of fees when you sell on their platform, including any fees communicated to you by Amazon. For example, promotional fees that Amazon may provide from time to time. We have covered the whole topic of CPC on another show. And this does not apply to certain sellers, though, such as warranty providers or other service providers who will continue to pay selling fees in accordance with the rates provided in their program agreements. You can also view more details about your fees with the Detailed Fee Explainer. Let's have a conversation about the fee typology. What are the different types of fees that you may have to pay if you sell on Amazon? First, we have the Amazon sale-related fees. There are some sale-related fees. There are three types of Amazon seller fees that you may pay when you sell your products on Amazon. You have the referral fees. You have the minimum referral fees and the closing fees. So these fees vary based on your item category and selling price, so getting an accurate picture of your specific cost might take a little research, but I'll show you the right resources to use. Okay, here is a snapshot of these fees. I want you to see right now on the screen. Okay, so you have the referral fees. All Amazon sellers on individual and professional accounts alike pay a referral fee for every item that sells on the marketplace. So the two things that determine your referral fee are your products, the category of your product, and the selling price. That's what it is. And referral fees are calculated as a percentage of your product's selling price. And most sellers pay about a 15% referral fee on average. That's like rent. Think about it as rent that Amazon is charging you on every product. But these fees can change from 6% to 45% depending on which categories your products fall under. You can determine exactly what referral fees you will pay on the products you sell by checking Amazon's seller fee schedule, which basically lists referral fees for specific Amazon categories. You also have minimum referral fees. And Amazon assigns a minimum referral fee to some categories. If a category in which you sell has a minimum referral fee, you will pay the greater of the two fees, not both though, based on your product's selling price. So this is kind of important to think about. And then we have the third category, variable closing fee. This can be a $1.80. And this is based on all media categories, okay? I'm showing you right now an example of Amazon's referral fees and minimum referral fees. I want you to look right now on the screen. So here we have a single drink coaster, okay? And so you have $150 and $24.99. And you can see the 15% referral fee, 22 cents. And you have a $3.75 for the 4-throw pillows. So the pillows are kind of cool. And because the pillow actually command a higher referral fee because the amount, right? The price is $24.99. You also have a minimum referral fee. Here we have 30 cents for the drink coaster, and we have 30 cents also for the throw pillows. And you also have the closing fees. I've spoken earlier about the closing fees, but I want to really elaborate a little bit here. Amazon charges an additional fee for products sold under its media categories. So this fee is the closing fee, and it's a flat $1.80. That's the charge, $1.80 charge, which is added to the referral fees for items in any media category. So when we talk about media category, what are we talking about? We talk about books, DVDs, music, software and computer video games, video game consoles, all this kind of stuff, okay? And one thing you need to keep in mind is that Amazon takes its cut from your payouts, which happen every 14 days. That's how they make money too. They make their money when you make your money. That's all, as simple as that. Quick question, big decision time. Have you thought about those three fee categories in your calculation before? In other words, are you including those fees in how you set your price? Because at the end of the day, if you are a seller on Amazon, your number one goal should be profitability, right? You don't want to work for free. So what I'm trying to say here is that if Amazon is your main source of sales, you need to pay attention to the cost. And you also need to pay attention to the slow payout schedule. Amazon is paying every 2 weeks because this can impact your cash flows, your liquidity. For example, if you have to buy product, if you have to buy inventory, you have to restock, you have to pay your staff, you have to pay a supplier, whatever it is, you have to do a CPC campaign, a cost per click campaign. You have to think about the PPC campaign also on Amazon. What I'm trying to say here is that liquidity should be an important element, as is your cost. Let's talk about the Amazon seller account fees. So first, I spoke to you about the Amazon sale related fees. Now we are talking about Amazon seller account fees. This is another source of money for Amazon. So Amazon offers two types of Amazon seller accounts. So the fees and features of each type are geared toward the specific selling needs of low volume individuals and high volume business sellers. And the question is, which category are you in right now? Talk to me. So you can see that basically, if you are an individual seller, this is kind of cool. You want to have an account because this is good for folks who sell occasionally. Or if you are an individual, there's no monthly fee. There's a listing fee of 99 cents per item sold. But if you are a professional seller, in other words, you're a business or you are a volume seller, you are paying a $39.99 every month, and there is no listing fee. So this is something you need to think about. And so for individual seller accounts, you are basically paying the 99 cents. That's cool. But if you are a professional seller account, Amazon they allow up to 40 product sales per month, not the number of product listing, but actual products sold. And it's also important to understand that you need to create listings manually in the Amazon Seller Central dashboard, but bulk uploads are not supported, and this is limited to certain categories. This is for individual seller accounts. So when you are an individual seller account, you are kind of limited. Okay, so of course, basically you're not paying any monthly fee. So Amazon has restricted the possibilities for individual seller accounts, but that's not the case for professional seller accounts. That's where the money is. Money, money, money. If you are a professional seller accounts on Amazon, of course, you have a lot of benefits, a lot of prerogatives, but you basically also have to think about the cost. First of all, the $39.99 monthly fee, but that's kind of cool because that account, the professional seller account, features unlimited product listings. It offers that account offers bulk product uploads. You can connect to e-commerce platforms and order management system. You can actually outsource your inventory, your logistics system. The account has inventory management and FBA inventory management. FBA standing for Fulfillment by Amazon. And you can offer a gift wrap. So this is kind of cool. Now, which account is best for you? It really depends on your resources. It depends on your product that you want to sell. It depends on your vision, right? You can start as an individual seller, test the platform, be on there for 3 months or 6 months, and then after a while, you can upgrade to a professional seller account. Let's talk about the third category of costs on Amazon. Folks, we are still talking about how much it costs to sell on Amazon. So I've spoken to you about Amazon sale related products. Amazon sale related fees. We have Amazon seller account fees. And now we have shipping credits and costs. Money, money, money. One thing you need to understand is that these charges, the shipping credits and costs, are not seller fees, but they can cost you money if you're not careful. Let me explain. If you ship Amazon orders yourself, Amazon pays you a shipping credit on every sale to cover your shipping cost. But there is a catch. and a very important catch for that matter. The credit Amazon pays sellers is generally low compared to the shipping rates you actually pay to ship orders. Let me repeat that. The credit Amazon pays sellers is generally low compared to the shipping rates you actually pay to ship orders. So depending on what you sell and the total size and weight of each package you ship, you may wind up spending far more to ship orders than you receive from Amazon shipping credits. At the end of the day, it's a calculation you have to do yourself. It's a calculus you need to pay attention to. So to ensure you don't lose all of your profits to shipping costs, you need to know how much you will get from Amazon for each item you sell. As a matter of fact, you can use the Amazon shipping credit chart below, on the screen right now, to estimate your credit for each product. Okay, look on the screen. Here is the Amazon shipping credit chart. And so this will actually enlighten you in terms of your shipping credits and cost. Okay, and shipping when it comes to Amazon is a very important criterion to pay attention to, especially if you are an Amazon FBA seller and you are a volume seller and you are selling internationally. You got to think about shipping costs. Okay, what we've seen in our research is that people will just outsource the whole operation to a third party. So you have shipping companies, you have logistic companies, you have e-commerce fulfillment companies, and they specialize in those Amazon or Walmart or Etsy or eBay marketplace shipments. But the bottom line is you have to be able to afford it. It has to be it has to be a win-win situation for you, right? Do you have the resources? Do you have the time? Do you have the money? Those are things you need to think about before outsourcing everything. And the company you want to outsource to, what about the reputation? Okay, because there's a whole lot of things that goes into, what about their branding also? I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another session of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. We are still having a conversation about selling on Amazon. How much does it really cost? And I've talked to you about the fee typology. I'm still talking to you about that fee typology. So we have Amazon sale related fees. We have Amazon seller account fees. We have shipping credits and cost. Now I want to talk to you about fulfillment by Amazon fees, the FBA fees. Both individual and professional sellers can use FBA to stock, pack, and ship their Amazon products. Of course, we've seen and we have seen this before. Amazon will charge fees for this, but many Amazon sellers find the FBA fees quite reasonable for certain items. In addition, it takes time-consuming daily order packing and shipping tasks off your shoulders and even makes your items Prime eligible. So there is some kind of balance you need to strike between profitability and exposure on the Amazon platform. And one thing we need to remember here is that when we talk about FBA fees by service, Amazon fees, the FBA fees are pretty streamlined. The picking, packing, and shipping costs are compiled into one charge, and the other charge is for inventory storage. So you have the shipping, the logistic part, and the storage part. FBA fees include boxes and packaging and even cover returns handling if your buyers return items to Amazon. So the two types of FBA fees you will see are the pick, pack, and weight handling fees. This is your entire pack through shipping fee, including your shipping cost. That's number one. And then you have the monthly storage fees. This is the cost of storing your products in Amazon's warehouse. You have to pay rent. So your product will have to pay rent. And one thing I want to say here is that the product size determines the FBA fees. This is important. So FBA fees are based on the size of the product you are storing and shipping. And size includes any packaging for your products, such as shoe boxes, blister packs, or retail packaging. And what Amazon does is that they actually divide FBA products into two size categories. So they have the standard size products. For example, you have standard size items fully packaged. They must weigh less than 20 pounds and not exceed 18 to 14 to 8 inches. That's the volume. And then you have oversized products. Any item over 20 pounds and or exceeding 18 to 14 to 8 inches is considered oversized. Okay, so remember that. So the FBA fees are added on top of the referral and account fees that I spoke about earlier. let me ask you a question. Big decision time. Big decision time. Do you currently have a system where you manage your fees, your Amazon fees? Do you have a system, whether it is an Excel spreadsheet or either using shipping software, or do you have any way to control, to monitor your fees? FBA fee charges actually constantly change. As a matter of fact, Amazon changed things on June 1st, 2021. So this is something you need to pay attention to. They have changed fees for FBA fees for apparel. They have changed fees for everything else. This is something you need to pay attention to. And I'm showing you on the screen here FBA inventory storage fees. So you have the FBA fees, the handling and shipping, and the storage fees. Okay, so they also charge, as I've told you, inventory storage fees that increase dramatically during the October to December holiday season. That makes sense. Cyclicality and seasonality is part of the Amazon business model. That's just how things are. And these storage rates are charged in addition to referral fees, account fees, and fulfillment fees. You might be thinking that's a lot of fees. Well, guess what? If you're making cash on Amazon, they need to survive too. They need to eat, right? So it's all about having a win-win situation. One thing I want to see here is that from January to September, the inventory storage fees are lower. You have 75 cents per cubic foot, 48 cents per cubic foot. So 75 cents per cubic foot, that's for standardized, for the standard size. And for the oversized, you have 48 cents per cubic foot. That's from January through September. And in the last quarter of the year, in October, November, and December, the price goes up. So for standard size, you have $2.40 per cubic foot. And for oversized products, you have $1.20 per cubic foot. Okay, so those are things you need to think about. And if you are considering FBA, you need to be aware of other fees that can creep onto your bill. So this include long-term storage fees and relabeling fees for improperly prepared products. So if you don't stay on top of this, they can quickly eat away at your profits. This is so important. This is why people are on Amazon. They have volume, they sell bulk, whatever. And then at the end of the year, they realize, whoa, wow, I'm not really making money here because of those fees. You got to pay attention. You got to pay attention. Okay. And one thing I want to say here is that the Amazon seller fee is a separate charge, but the FBA fee previewer does include both the seller fee and FBA estimated fee in your cost estimates. So this is something you need to think about. I want to talk to you about other expenses. We are still having a conversation about selling on Amazon. How much does it really cost? And I'm going through the constellation of fees you might encounter if you decide to sell on the platform. So we have other expenses, and Amazon is a competitive marketplace, right? This is something that is really important to remember. And you have to consider the additional expenses required to get your listings visited and clicked on. So there are a couple of other fees. For example, the CPC advertising. I spoke about that later on. I spoke about that earlier rather. So the CPC advertising using Amazon sponsored products and brands. You have to compete for the Amazon buy box using low prices and free shipping. You have to sell via Amazon Prime, and you have to think about external marketing expenditures. And what about outsourced fulfillments? This is an important element also. So basically, when we talk about shipping fees, there are several options. You can actually decide to give everything to Amazon. That's kind of cool. There's no problem with that. But you can also think about outsourced fulfillment. So an alternative fulfillment option is using an outsourced fulfillment partner such as Deliverr. Okay, if we think about Deliverr, we have actually covered Deliverr in another show. With Deliverr, you actually pay two simple fees. You pay a fulfillment fee and you pay a storage fee. So you pay the fulfillment fee is the same thing as Amazon shipping, packing, and picking. All right, and these two all-inclusive fees make it very simple for sellers to predict their fulfillment cost at the onset, so they can see profit margins and project long-term revenue. And we have actually covered this topic at length on other shows. You can see on the screen, we have covered this on Amazon FBA versus ShipBob versus ShipHero versus Red Stack Fulfillment. Another video you might be interested in watching is ShipStation versus Shippo versus EasyShip versus Pirate Ship versus Sandal e-commerce shipping. Another video you might be interested in, we have Ordoro versus ShipStation versus Shipping Easy versus Indicia. Those are shipping software. And then we also covered the whole shipping to Amazon FBA process. So the bottom line here is that if you're interested in deepening your understanding of this topic, you might want to go and watch those videos. And it's also very important to mention that your product and your target audience will determine what kind of shipping strategy you adopt at the end. Are you selling a niche product? Are you selling a mass market product? Is your target audience young? Is your target audience mature? Those are important. At the end of the day, what's very important to remember is that there are ways to reduce Amazon seller fees. Big decision time. Have you thought about reducing your Amazon seller fees? There are a couple of things you can do. So, despite sometimes steep prices, being on Amazon can bring you more exposure, more customers, and more sales. No doubt about it. Amazon can be an expensive marketplace to sell on, but by reducing your Amazon fees as much as you can, it is definitely possible to increase your e-commerce profits dramatically. First thing, you want to opt for a professional seller account. This is so important. A lot of folks are just thinking, well, I don't want to pay $39 a month. This is too much, blah, 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 blah. Guess what? You need to actually boost your ambitions on Amazon. And what we have seen is that if you are an individual account, if you have an individual account, you can't really compete on the marketplace. On Amazon, we are speaking about a global marketplace. So you are competing with millions of other sellers. Give your chance, give yourself an opportunity to succeed. And that starts by paying the $39.99 seller account fees. Okay. You also want to reduce referral fees. While you cannot reduce the Amazon referral fees themselves, you can be strategic about which items you sell on Amazon. What I'm trying to say here is that you want to use Amazon for products that have a low referral fee and use different marketplaces such as Walmart or eBay for items that have higher referral fees. At the end of the day, it's all about being strategic. You can also reduce shipping fees. Okay, shipping costs can be expensive, especially when fulfilling in-house or via FBA. They can also be easily reduced by using unbranded packaging to reduce the packaging cost. You can use a fulfillment calculator to see if an outsourced fulfillment provider is cheaper, and partnering with an outsourced fulfillment provider to reduce shipping carrier costs. This is important. And let's talk about increasing your ROI. Money, money, money. One thing you need to do here is that you need to compete on service, not price, because Amazon is a long-term game. If you're there for 3 months, you want to make money quickly, it ain't going to happen. It's not happening. You want to improve your conversion rates by getting on Amazon Prime. This is where the real ka-ching is. Ka-ching, ka-ching. This is where the money is. You want to sell on other sales channels to reach a wider audience. We talked about multi-channel listing strategy here. You also want to increase your visibility. It's important, right? So you want to offer fast and free shipping options. You want to optimize your Amazon listing because Amazon also has an internal algorithm and you want to be really cool with that algorithm. You want to get 5-star customer ratings by responding to issues quickly, providing accurate tracking information, and delivering on time. Very important. All right, folks, this is it for today's conversation. I basically was talking to you about all the fees that you might incur if you decide to sell on Amazon, but it is really worth it. If you are strategic about those fees, it is worth it because the exposure, because of the platform itself, this is kind of cool. So let's quickly recap here. I gave you an overview about the fees. I spoke to you about the Amazon sale related fees, the Amazon seller account fees, the shipping credits and cost, the FBA fees, okay? And I gave you a strategy on how to reduce your seller fees in general. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.